All right, welcome back. Tonight's Daily Viewpoint, a British assessment, as they are conducted, points out that terror leader Emir Doku Umarov did, in fact, call on his followers to do whatever they can to disrupt the Olympic Games coming up in Russia. But it does question whether this group, his group, has the capability to target such a specific and big profile event. They say Sochi would be harder for terrorists to attack with 37,000 extra troops and the so-called Ring of Steel. But as we hear this drumbeat continue, I mean, you have to give some credence to the notion where there's smoke, there's fire.
How many of those guys did it take in Germany to do what they did?
Well, Munich.
Yeah.
But that was, with no warning, a little build-up.
Yeah.
They had the benefit of surprise, perhaps.
Yeah.
Say you have a son or daughter who's going to compete. Would you go?
To watch them?
To watch them at the Olympics?
Well, I'd be hard-pressed, but I don't think I'd go.
You know, that one kid said, Mom and Dad, please don't go. And they've gotten a lot of publicity about that because I'm going to be concentrating on my event and I don't want to be worrying about you. And so they're not going. And I wonder how many moms and dads will feel the same way. But the kids, I just wonder how scared they're going to be. I would be. It's frightening because these guys ain't joking around.
No.
They mean it.
Well, and that, of course, that's part and parcel of the terrorists' modus operandi, is scare people in advance and it'll cancel or kill the event, disrupt it. And that's half of what terror is to make people worry.
Well, and
they've certainly accomplished that.
The Olympics are such a television event. I mean, it really has become a television event, and all of the anticipation now, you can't dump this all on NBC, and yet there is an extraordinary amount of coverage leading up to the Olympics this winter, and I'd say 75% of it now has to do with the security threats.
Right.
So we know that the U.S. warships are going to be stationed right off the coast in the Black Sea. We know that some Olympic teams
Is that what you call a rapid force?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
How quickly can they get that
teams
battleship
have
into Sochi?
private jets standing by to fly them out. So
that's all after the fact.
I know. It's all if.
One bomb kills people and everybody walks away quietly, and the battleship, well, let's steam a little closer to the coast.
And we know that those Black Widows are there inside already. So
the female terrorists.
Yeah, the female terrorists who wear the burqas, and you can hardly tell one from another. And so who knows what they're up to. But they already arrested one woman, I think, in that area. But there are supposedly two more just hanging out there waiting to do their thing.
Yeah.
And they're just the tip of the spear. They're just the ones that we talk about. There's an infrastructure of support staff, if you can call it that, who, you know, allow them to do what they intend to do.
Well, they may well be the advanced distraction for the real stuff. You know, they put these women, march them around in burqas for a few days, and then they just quietly take the burqas off.
And the U.S. has offered help, but Putin's saying, we're in good shape. You don't need to help us.
Well, and I heard that we had offered the bomb detection devices, but the request from Russia came so late that there was no time to get the infrastructure in.
And there was also the other thing that we have this very new kind of detecting devices, but we don't want to give it to them because they'll copy it, and there goes our defenses. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Another topic related to the Olympics. What about these uniforms?
They're pretty wild, aren't they?
Can we show them again?
Confetti. I mean, somebody threw confetti at them.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's not that
so much for understated.
Yeah, right.
So much for understated. Well, the pants look pretty simple.
But Maureen says they're Ralph Lauren, so we need to love them because Ralph Lauren is like our quintessential designer person.
Come on, if you had one, you'd wear it.
I would wear it, and I'd be proud, but they're being told not to, right?
I would be caught dead in that.
Aw, come on, John, you'd wear it.
Come on.
You know what's amazing to me? We're not talking about the architecture at all. Remember how we talked about all the architecture?
The bird's nest in China.
And for years, every time there's an Olympics, we're just entranced at the architecture. Haven't heard anything.
Well, and now the mayor of Sochi has said, look, all this concern about anti-homosexual policies, it's no problem because we have no gays at all in Sochi. That's what the mayor of the town said.
Okay.
Is Sochi in Siberia?
No. You'd think it was.
Well, you'd think.
From the looks of it, yeah.
All right. Well, we hope that we're all proven wrong and that the Russians have this locked down.
Oh, we hope so. We hope and pray.
Loctite against any unwarranted violence. Coming up next on the Texas Daily, we're taking a look at an amazing organization designed to bring joy to local kids who really need it the most. It's a great idea. It's called the Birthday Project, and we're going to be talking about that coming up next. So stay here.
So, would you go?